Hey everyone, and welcome to week 9 on the Dean's Family Wellbeing Journey. Today we're following on from learning from ACE score. So hi Tracy.
Hi Nadine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very good. I'm glad we've got a little bit of sunshine today, makes a big difference.
Yes, definitely. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, especially obviously with the pressure of lockdown and some of us homeschooling and talking about some of these bits we've been looking at with ACEs, it's nice to have a bit of sunshine to bring a bit of joy into it, isn't it?
Yes.
So how did you find the React to thinking about your ACE
Yeah,
score?
really good. It was a few triggers there. The one thing that popped up into my mind was my A score is 4, and it come up about if you've got an A score of 4, your immune system or cancer could be something, and it is something that I have got, which I was
Yeah.
diagnosed 10 years ago, but I didn't want to put it all down to ACEs. And I just wanted a bit more clarification, maybe. I don't know if you could help me with that, of how it works with your ACE score and illness, because some people might have an ACE score of higher than that and may say they're diabetic, but actually they might not be diabetic, for example. It was just something that popped up in my head when I was watching the video.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge issue, isn't it? This issue of how is your health impacted by your ACEs and what you can do about that. I think for me, understanding it is the first part of being able to do something about it, changing that and bringing in these protective factors that we keep talking about in terms of, you know, that doesn't have to be your story. And even if your health is poor and it's impacted by some of your experiences and how your body's responded to them, you can still do something about that. So what I thought I'd do is I'd upload a little post on Facebook just explaining the link a little bit more, because it's to do with when you've experienced ACEs, the toxic stress that your body experiences and how we go on to continue to be exposed to high levels of stress because we've got an overactive survival part of our brain which triggers adrenaline and cortisol. And what that does is that continued stress regulated going through our body affects our immune system, because the autonomic nervous system has two parts to it, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. And one of them's in charge of the survival part of your making sure that you're safe. If your brain detects a threat, then your body responds to it. And the other part is responsible for rest and digestion and healing and restoration. So when we're continually in this state where our immune system is not accessible because our other part of our nervous system is focusing on keeping us safe and sending all the energy to our muscles so that we can fight stressful situations. So there's a link between that, which is what goes on to cause these health problems. So once we know about that, then obviously the good news is we can find ways of calming our nervous system down, regulating our nervous system so that we can access that part of the nervous system that enables us to rest and relax and restore. So
Okay.
what I'll do is I'll put that link I'll put the post up so you can read a little bit more about it. And then for anyone who wants to know more, if they message us, then we can maybe signpost them. So there's lots and lots of information out there, but I think the main thing I wanted to share today is just this message of hope that we keep coming back to, because what's in that video, I love the quote where it says, you know, when we understand it, we can prevent it. And actually we might be struggling with our health the same as we might be struggling with our relationship with our children, but when we understand why those dynamics are there, why we're struggling with our health, then actually we can do things. And even going right back to basics, when we talked about this, the deep breaths not only enable us to access that front part of our brain where we can respond rather than react and we can manage situations better, it also, in regulating our nervous system, helps our body to be in a healthier state. So it's twofold. So there's all kinds of things like the breathing and just doing different activities that settle our nervous system. So we'll look at those in a little bit more detail as well.
Okay, brilliant. No, that answers my question perfectly. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And also, what we're going to do as another message of hope is later on, we're going to be meeting up with Nick, who is a friend of the corner, who's a regular visitor down there, and he's going to be sharing his story of ACEs and how he's breaking the cycle of generational ACEs in his family.
Oh, amazing. I look forward to meeting Mick and going through his story.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully that will really be encouraging. And then hopefully following on from that, in the next couple of weeks, we can actually start meeting face to face with some families who are hoping to start their own journey. So exciting times.
Yes, definitely. I think I've got a few people interested as well, so I'm looking forward to that.
Brilliant. Perfect. Oh, well, keep on with your wellbeing strategies and
Yes,
look forward to catching up next time.
definitely. Thank you, Tracy. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Nadine. Bye.
Bye.